Hi guys, welcome to my channel where I will be documenting and vlogging my mental health journey. If you struggle with mental health illnesses like myself, which is depression and anxiety, which there are more, but those are the ones that I'm struggling with, and you like to just see someone else kind of go through it to help you feel better or be seen, kind of, then go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel to keep up with more updates. So let's start off with basically who I am. If you've come across this video, then 9 times out of 10 you probably don't know who I am or what I'm even doing. So, starters, obviously, my name's Christina. I've recently gotten out of the Army, and kind of while I was in, I discovered or realized more so that I've been struggling with depression, and just recently discovered that a little bit of anxiety too. So I just figured, why not document how I'm dealing with all this, going through it all, and figured, if one person comes across this and can relate, then great. If not, also fine. I'm not really big into social media like that. I just wanted to have somewhere where I could go back and maybe a few months and be like, oh my gosh, look how far I've come, or oh my goodness, how bad I've gotten, what do I need to do to fix that? And like I said, if you can relate to it, you're going through it, you're struggling with it, even better. I just feel like, me personally, I haven't had a lot of people that are open about it, especially if you're black, that's even more rare to see. So I just want to have a place for that, and yeah. So like I said, I struggle with depression and anxiety, and I just started trying to schedule for a therapist, which should help me, kind of understand, one, where is this coming from, what's making me depressed, or why I'm just anxious, not feeling, I guess, what I feel would be normal, which is a broken standard anyway. So hopefully when I do go and have my first sit down with my therapist, I get some answers, because I'm very lost and confused. So yeah. Lately, I've been feeling, if I had to, do a 1 through 10 type of rating, I would say about a 4. Even though yesterday I had a great day, I went out to a pool party with some of my co-workers slash friends, and that's probably the first time I've been out with other people besides my family that I live with in almost a year. It's just one of those things. Like, I like to go out, but I get so much anxiety, whether it's from trying to plan it and I overthink things, to just being around people, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel completely uncomfortable and out of my element. So I normally just either ignore the invites or I cancel last minute, which I'm sure somebody can relate or has done that before. I feel super bad about it, which then kind of still tricks my anxiety, but then I get more into that depressive state, and I'm like, great, so now I'm here. I'm trying to fix that because I love friends. I know it sounds crazy, but I just feel like if I had somebody to talk to about some of these things without it always having to be a serious conversation or always having to go out, turn up, whatever, I would just like that. Yeah, I feel like everyone should have that one good friend that you can talk to about anything with no judgment, which is my biggest thing. I just feel like, oh, if I tell you, you know, my problems or my issues, I either feel like you're gonna judge me for it, which I know I shouldn't care, but I do. It's easier said than done. Or I just feel like a huge burden, you know, which is what I'm struggling with a lot as of lately, just here at home with my family. I just feel like a big burden. I don't like to ask or go out of your way for me, but I'll definitely do it for others, which is crazy. I love to shower people with my love and affection, spoil them in a sense, but sometimes, you know, I don't mind it being reciprocated back, but I don't expect it in a sense, because you can't really expect much from people in that way anyway. So I feel happy when other people that I care about are happy. That's mainly what makes me happy. So yeah, this week, like I said, it's been overall okay. Some days are better than others, obviously, but overall, I think this week is good. It's okay. I wouldn't say it was great. I think only yesterday was my biggest moment of the week, and that was just because I actually went out, had fun with friends, felt like I connected with them, which is normally rare. I always feel like, oh, I have nothing to talk about, or I can't relate to these people's issues, or they can't relate to mine, you know? So I just feel out of place, or I'm kind of there and they're talking to other people, and so now I feel awkward, and now I'm really ready to like bolt out of here. So I just want to get past that point, get past those feelings, so I can actually, you know, enjoy life and things like that, because this world is huge, and in another video I'll probably, you know, tell places I have been, because I mean, luckily for me, I haven't been sheltered in that way. I've seen quite a little bit of the world, but yeah, I just wanted to get out and do more. I love to travel. I like trying new things. It's just getting past the first step is my biggest problem, my biggest obstacle. Actually going, like, once I'm out, oh yeah, let's do it. Awesome. So yeah. For things that help me, kinda, which all this can't apply for everybody, and not all of this I recommend you should do. It's just I'm being honest, transparent about things that I do that I've noticed my mood gets better. One, I smoke weed. Not a whole lot. I wouldn't call myself a stoner or anything, but I definitely smoke weed. I mean, I'm here in Illinois. It's legal here, which I'm not saying it's gonna stop me before, but yeah. So I feel like if I had like a stressful day at work, then I come home, I have like a little pen, might help me just relax, calm down for the rest of the evening until I do go to sleep. Also, I watch a lot of comfort type shows that, at least that are comfort for me, which are basically just things I've already seen before, but I like really enjoyed that show or movie for whatever reason, whether it was the actress, the storyline, you know, whatever memory that could be attached to it. I'm not sure. It's just, it's predictable. I know what's coming next, so I know I'm going to enjoy it, and it'll make me happy. I want to watch it so I can get that happy feeling again. So those are things that like I do. Sometimes I, will write. I'm not a huge writer just because I don't know if you guys do, but like as I'm writing, I'll read it in my head and I'm like, oh my gosh, bitch, you sound depressed as fuck or sad, like, and it's like gets me back into that sad space. Like writing does help so I can have those words out there, but I just feel like no one's gonna hear it, which granted nobody can hear this video right now, but at least it's out there where somebody could possibly stumble across it. And like I said, if you can relate to it, you feel the same way, and like, oh my gosh, I feel heard, I feel seen, things like that. Like I've gone through this too. Then great. It's just with writing in a notebook, who's gonna see it? Which granted, nobody, should or you shouldn't want people to, or expect them to, shall I say. But right now that's kind of where I'm at. Just because if you do have some advice because you've gone through this too, but you're like on a better journey than I am right now as I'm just starting mine, then you can give me advice as well, and hopefully as I continue this journey that I can give some helpful advice. I try to do things in like a schedule, and if I like get off of that schedule or whatever, then it's like gets bad, and it just builds up. I also try to make myself little goals that I can celebrate because I don't know, it just feels like the anticipation of meeting that goal is like Christmas morning, kind of. Like you go to sleep on Christmas Eve all nervous and excited for the morning that you can barely sleep. And when you wake up, it's just like, oh my goodness, like look at all this stuff. Especially if it's something that you really wanted and somebody heard you, they listened, they just didn't knock it off like, oh, okay, whatever, or they forgot. It feels special. Everybody, some point in their life, wants to feel special. So yeah, I try to make like little goals. Like if I make an appointment, I'm like, okay, so on the 15th, I got this, or whatever, things like that. So I try to do those things, and for the majority, they normally do what they're intended for, and that is to boost my mood. I definitely feel happy. Like when I schedule this appointment for my therapist, I can't wait. It's on the 28th, so I can't wait. Like granted, I'm probably nervous as hell and not even sure where to start just because I overthink things a lot, but I'm excited, like, because I know I need it. And growing up for me, and probably in most people childhood, especially if they grew up black, mental health was like a taboo topic, especially if you were a kid. Like, what do you have to be sad about, as they say, depressed about? You're a kid, you're supposed to be enjoying things, or the don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. Whatever happens in this house stays in this house. Just a few quotes that was embedded in me growing up. And so it's like, okay, well, we don't talk about these things. If it's not bringing you, joy and happiness, then it's not a concern. If you're not physically hurt and they don't feel like it's that bad anyway, your parents are kind of determining your pain level, like how that works. But growing up, And now being older, I've noticed that, you know, that's not right. That's not okay. And things should have been talked about back then, and we'll probably get into that for another video, if I continue. So yeah, I just wanted to be out here and be transparent, and hopefully this, you know, holds me accountable, you know, so I do make more, because I feel like this is a great thing. And also, I personally just haven't seen it a lot. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places and spots, but I don't see a lot of people giving like the raw and like vulnerable type of videos. Most of them are someone that looks like a freaking Barbie doll, no matter the race, and all happy, it's all bright and colorful and cheerful, and I'm like, that is not how I feel. You know, so I figured I'll start it. You know, if you don't see something, then you do it. So somebody else might be feeling the same way and having the same thoughts that I just have, and now they're like, oh my gosh, here it is, and you can start your own. Like, everyone's on their own journey. It's not the same for everybody, so we can all learn from each other, I just think. But that's basically all I have to say for this video. I'm hoping to do these weekly, at least, and just give an update on that, because that's kind of when I think is a good measurement, I guess. It's just, you know, giving like a weekly update just on how my day was for that week. So hopefully I will make another one, and I will talk to whoever again next week. Bye.